On the surface, Union, South Carolina, seemed like just another small town. But in 1994, one mother's unthinkable act would bring this quiet place to the center of a national tragedy. Susan Smith tearfully appeared on television, pleading for the safe return of her two young boys, Michael and Alex. She said her car had been hijacked at gunpoint, with her son still inside.
In this same area with my children at that exact same time. It's too close to your heart.
America watched, hearts breaking for the grieving mother as search parties, law enforcement, and entire communities rallied to find the missing children.
I love you so much.
Days later, the truth emerged, and it was darker than anyone could have imagined. Susan Smith's car was found at the bottom of John D. Long Lake with her son still strapped in their car seats. Smith confessed she wasn't the victim of a carjacking. She had driven her car into the lake, drowning her two sons, Michael, just 3 years old, and Alex, only 14 months. But why? What could drive a mother to such a horrific crime?
The jury truly believed and chose to give her life, believing she would spend the rest of her life in prison, being remorseful, thinking about Michael and Alex.
Susan's life before the tragedy wasn't perfect. She had struggled with depression. Her marriage was falling apart, and she had been involved in an affair with a wealthy local man. This man, it turns out, wasn't interested in starting a family. In Susan's mind, her children had become obstacles. Susan later claimed she was suicidal, that she didn't want to live anymore, and thought her children would be better off dead than without her. Her confession shocked the world. People felt betrayed. A mother who claimed to be desperate to find her children was the very person who took their lives. The trial that followed captivated the nation.
Have someone saying, yeah, I was in this relationship with her and broke it off because I didn't want the responsibility of children. Now the fingers pointed directly at her. I think it gives her the intent.
Susan Smith was convicted of 2 counts of murder and sentenced to life in prison.
I'm going to make a brief announcement. Susan Smith has been arrested and will be charged with 2 counts of murder in connection with the deaths of her children, Michael, 3, and Alexander, 14 months.
I almost dropped to my knees. I mean, did he say kill?
How could she have 2 children and do them like that?
This was a stunning moment.
Today, Susan remains behind bars with the possibility of parole in 2024.
South Carolina, so far in the year 2024, only 5% of people have been released on parole. So the chances of Susan Smith being released are that much smaller.
Her story still raises deep, troubling questions about mental health, motherhood, and the darkness that can lie beneath the surface. Susan Smith's case isn't just about a horrific crime. It's about the fragility of the human mind and how despair can push people to the unthinkable.
I'm going to do everything in my power to make sure you stay behind bars.
What do you think led Susan Smith down this tragic path? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. And don't forget to subscribe for more stories that explore the darkest corners of the human psyche.